Hello everyone, I have another tutorial on how to make Trolls Chip Bags by CWJG Crafts. This is something that many people are getting into right now, so I will have a quick tutorial. I have my Cricut Design Space opened. I'm going to be getting a square ready. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that square, and I'm going to go ahead and change that width on there. So I do change that to be 8.808. And then for the height, I will be changing that to 0.603. And I do go ahead and duplicate this because we will be needing two of them. And you'll see here shortly why we need two. And the next thing we will do is we will need another square. We will go ahead and unlock that square again. And we need to change the measurements. That measurement for the width will be 2.124, and for the height we will change that to 5.554. And we will need to duplicate this one as well. And so now we will just need to adjust it as is. And as you guys are looking, I might kind of struggle to try to get this perfect. We are going to put other images on this, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're going to try to get as close as we can to connect on here. And the next thing I will be doing here quick, after I get this all adjusted, I will be changing the color to the top of these squares. I am actually going to be doing a Trolls theme, so I will be changing the color to a pink. This can definitely be customized to your liking. I'm just going to go ahead and do this pink here quick. So now that I have all that, I do have images already prepped that I will be using. As you can see, I have a couple different troll ones. I will be using this glitter background, and I'm going to put it on the sides of my bag. I will go ahead and adjust those here quick and get them to where I need them. Now again, for this, doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to get them as close as we want. We could definitely go in and adjust these again to that same width and height that I had said before, but since we're just using the background, we can definitely just unlock that again and arrange that to where we need it to be. And what I'm going to do instead of doing that a second time is I'm just going to duplicate it and move that over and get it to where I need it. So we are good to go on there. And now I will be adding my barcode. And like I said, all these images were prepped and ready for this. And every time you want to adjust something, just make sure that you are unlocking and changing it to your size. And so I have two nutrition facts on there. They're kind of fun. So talk about having birthday wishes at 100%. They are party theme related. They're not actually nutrition facts from any food label. They're already pre-made. So I'm adjusting this. My images might change here slightly because the computer's trying to think here. Not really the computer, but more the program. So I will be adding this troll image. And as this loads, you will see that this is a pretty big picture. I do mostly change all of my images to fit exactly to where I want them. And again, like I said, the design space kind of thinks, so it kind of throws my images off, so don't panic. I do put in wording, and I'm just going to go ahead and adjust these quick. I'm going to go ahead and just put thank you for coming. You could keep these all bold if you wanted, but I do actually have a troll font, so I will be looking this up here quick and adding that. And as I get this added, I will be adjusting it one more time. Now, as you can tell, the font is a little spaced, So I will go up to advanced and I will put to ungroup the letters. Now I do this quite often because some of the font likes to be very spaced out. I do not like that at all. So what I do is I kind of move all these in. So as you guys see, I'm actually highlighting the whole word. I actually, if you see me here in a few seconds, I went ahead and have all these letters out individually. Um, but I highlight the ones I want to come together to get them closer. Now this will take me a few minutes here to get this all adjusted the way I want. For this, sometimes the font works really well where you don't have to adjust it, but in this scenario, this wording is one I actually had to import into my design space, so it does take some time to get used to and actually adjust. So once I get this all adjusted, I will go ahead and get this all welded. And you will see this here in a few seconds as I finish up my U here quick. And again, this is just how I wanted my font to look, but highlighted all of that, and now I'm welding. And so the welding tool just means that it's going to make it come all together. And so when I click on it here, now it's one whole word. And I am going to change this to a different color. I'm thinking of doing that white, but as I get this on the design, I actually will change my mind. And I will go ahead and use a pink to match the bottom of this chip bag. And for some reason, if you did not like that, you could definitely change it and move it around differently. Now we're going to be getting the middle of the chip bag completed. I did highlight both of these. I'm going to get these added to my design space. And it does take a while for this to load. Sometimes these are bigger images and the design space does take time. Now I am unlocking these again. We'll be adjusting these to the way I want. While I was making this, I kind of thought to myself that maybe I would make this background of the rainbow part of the bottom of the chip bag and the top of the chip bag, but I decided that I would just leave it as the middle. And so now here I will be taking the image of the trolls and I will put that in the middle. And something that might happen to you guys while you guys are making this is that some of these images will actually show in the back. So as you can see, I went up to arrange and I clicked move to front. So that will get my image to be at the very front. And here I'm just adjusting this again, unlock the image, getting it to where I want, or getting that to where I want it to be. And this isn't quite on there correctly, so I want to go ahead and adjust that as well. So that looks good to go here. And again, take some time to load, so it is kind of being difficult at this time. Now I will be using my troll font again. And this one is just an example, so I'm just choosing a name at this point. I could have used my name, but I decided not to. Now you guys will see here I'll struggle for a little bit. So there are some fonts that you can definitely import into your design space. I do not give a tutorial about that in this video, but as you can see, I did not put roses on there because I don't actually have an apostrophe or the numbers for this specific font. I only have the letters, which that does not always happen. But I am kind of arranging here where I want that. I did change this to white, but I did not like how this looked. So what I was actually going to do is I was going to go ahead and take that glitter background that I had. But here first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually arrange these again. So I went up to get those letters all separated. And then again, the 4 is missing because it's not part of my font. And I will be using just a different font here quick to get that apostrophe and then that number 4. If I would have used something, if I would have used a different font, I definitely could have fixed that. And so here I'm just changing that 4, making it bold so it kind of fits a little to the liking of this particular font here. Okay, so I do like how that all looks, but I am going to go ahead and just adjust how the birthday and the 4, how much spacing there actually is. Like I said, this font is a little more difficult. If you chose something like Times New Roman or Arial, it would not be this difficult. It'd be very easy actually. So I'm just going to go ahead and weld those like I stated before. And like I said, the welding portion on here will go ahead and just make it one whole word. I only separate these words so then I can get them to come closer together for spacing. And there is definitely a tool on there that you can fix the spacing, but I prefer to do it on my own. It's a little bit faster than having to click through. And then here I'll just be adding that S on there once again. We're almost good to go on here. We'll get this all welded. It'll be one word only now. And I will go ahead and show you here quick. So here's a plain box, or square is what I should say. And you would select it all and push cut. And then you would actually get 2 images then. So that is actually what I'm trying to do. But I'm actually going to use this glitter background because I want it to match the side of my chip bags. And so I have to adjust this square here, and I adjust this. Again, the square doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get this cut here so then I can go ahead and get that on the chip bag. And so the one thing, if this does not work for you, it's most likely because the word has not been welded and it is not one. So there it gives me the choice to slice it. I can go ahead and move that. Now I got my 4th birthday. I'm going to move that over. Adjust that here quick. Move that over so it's a little more centered. And now I'm going to get rid of that other black one. And as you can see, there's a little bit of gray showing there on the side of Rose. Accidentally cut that. I'm going to weld that again so it's just one whole piece. I'm going to use the same one, highlight that, slice it again. And it did not work, so I will try that again here and get it sliced. And you'll know that it worked because when you move one of those images, you'll be able to see that second one. So there's that one, get that centered. Now we can get rid of these other images here on the side. And there we have it. We have our chip bag. I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to flatten it. And so when we flatten that image, it means that we're bringing it to me one solid image.